I now request Dr. Robert to the final speaker of our session.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Robert. We are thankful to AutoServe for giving an opportunity to present our product as well as give an opportunity to launch a thing. Thank you, Mr. Mukund, for your kind introduction and touching up on my favorite speed. That's where my initial interaction, first time in my life, I started interacting with the aftermarket segment, the garages, the people, the companies involved with. And throughout the period of the last 20 years, this has been the core of my various innovative activities I was involved in. I'm here representing two companies here, s.Energenics, which is based in UK, an Oxford spin-out, and Soltek, a new company who's into the aftermarket segment. We are launching a product tomorrow. This is a product which is very relevant to the garages and also the latest norms, emission norms, the BS6. I'm going to tell you a story and take you through my product, which is going to be very brief. Now, I'm not going to go into technical details, but to understand the importance, this is going to be a very specific product and specific to diesel segment, and it's a particular device, the diesel particulate filter. Going back to the European story, like the norms went through from 1993 and all the way up to now. They moved from Euro 1 to Euro 6. And this was possible because the refineries and other people were able to improve the fuel quality, and also the OEMs, auto OEMs, were able to develop technologies which can burn the fuel very well and produce at good energy and transmit very well and go on. But it also happened because of introduction of various other things. We heard a lot about digitization. OBD is one of them. And also other components coming, apart from engine and the vehicle, the emission after treatment device system, the EATS. And now, this is totally a different segment from the automobile manufacturer. You know, it's completely unique and also very expensive ones. I'll be focusing on DPF, and that's where my product is connected with. And what it does is just filters out. It's got variety of structures and types of there, and all it does is blocks the filter, is a soot coming out from the engine, and at some point of a time it regenerates it or it gets blocked about it. But right through the process, what we realized was the soot or the carbon particles were not getting cleared as designed by the OEMs or desired by the vehicle manufacturers. It's supposed to regenerate by itself through certain mechanisms, which did not work very well. So what happened was in Europe is people started facing a lot of problems. And if you see, like if I showed the initial one, like 2014 onwards, Europe went into Euro 6, that is equivalent to our BS6. When the particulates filter gets blocked approximately 30–40%, nothing is required, not much, it automatically helps itself. Only thing is you might consume a little bit of fuel more. But it goes a little bit farther, blocks more, the expenses starts going to move higher and higher for the owner of the car. Now, this part of it is felt at the garage end, the user and the garage. Like he services a vehicle, he goes back again, and another. So what happened there was, the press reports coming out very clearly said, you know, somebody who's buying a vehicle who's an expensive, latest emission norms, everything is there. But he has to drive at a particular speed so that he doesn't have problem. And it became such a mockery. And if you look at it, there are a huge amount of material started coming out. In fact, people having problems at some point of a time. Even garages was telling, you know, the percentage of problems faced by them are related with the DPF blocking was much higher. To that extent, there are illegal activities which started happening up. People started putting it out, taking out the places, and even removing DPFs completely, bypassing it, or even coming with cheat devices which will give you, and so many things started working out in the thing. As of now, there are even European Union is coming up with legislations to ensure such things doesn't happen. And so it became a bigger problem in delivering the latest emission norms when people were paying a higher amount of money. So we thought of a solution which can help you out using a fuel additive, which can be directly added into the fuel. And additives are different types. Refinery types additives are there. Performance-based additives like speed is one of them, which is talked about, like marketing company are there. Apart from that, aftermarket additives are there. And even in the aftermarket additive, a new segment has started coming up, the DPF cleaners. These are fuel-borne catalysts. You just add it, it performs similar functions, but at the same time, it has a catalyst which burns the carbon at a lower temperature. And one of the criteria for it is any additive put inside a fuel burns in the chamber, in the engine itself completely. But nothing comes out of it, whether it's performance enhancement or lubricity or anything related burns in the thing. Here, this catalyst performs its job in the engine and also performs its job in the filter. And all it does is reduces the temperature at which a soot burns low. For example, if you look at, if you can imagine a tandoor, it can lighting up happens at a very lower temperature, or 150 degrees, and then automatically enhances the process. Now, I'll skip through this, but the key is how you can design a nanoparticle to ensure this happens. This is what it happens. So we were there in the European market when this problem was occurring on our products, helped them to survive through. And because of that, even people started talking, reports started coming out, pour in additives. That is what you can add inside into the fuel tank itself. These are the ones which are helping out and coming out with reduced problems in the aftermarket segment. So the package with the problem, was felt at the customer end, and garages was facing other thing. The way we addressed it helped not only solve this particular problem, but also associated problem with the after-treatment devices, as well as other fuel delivery system-related problems too. Putting it to summarizing the thing, it becomes the diesel particle filter a vital component in emission detection. So it also becomes more critical to keep it always clean if we want to achieve the highest level of emission norms, meet the highest level of emission norms, and also burn well in the thing. What we have done is ensure the fuel burns well when you're using it, and so you get an extra additional mileage, performance, and other thing. But at the same time, it doesn't, anything which is not burned, the thing, carbon soot coming out of it, does not block its after treatment devices, and so that you get a double benefit out of it. It also prevents motive towards going towards illegal activities like removal of DPF and other things, and these are, some of these devices are actually catalyst containing devices. Some point of time, like in a theft and other things are also looked at it, possible in the thing. So what we have done here is a technology developed in Europe and experienced to solve a problem, and we are bringing it out here now to launch this product here, and you're welcome to drop into a stall, and tomorrow there's a launch, and I welcome you all to address anything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.